Well, why can't I sing at all? Like if I sing, you would not even understand that's a happy birthday song. That's how bad I am.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps.
No, your voice is amazing because it's your voice.
La, 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 la. So we will make a beautiful puree.
What?
I have a little surprise for you.
Maracas, we're gonna do a shot.
We underestimate breathing exercises. That is exciting.
My soul is very melancholic.
You could hug me.
I
you
wanted
could
to
touch me.
no, look.
You said you could teach me how to sing. Okay.
La. But you have to be like so happy to say
Okay.
la, la. Santé bonheur.
Santé bonheur. Hello everyone and welcome to my show. Today we are diving into the world of a singer whose voice carries the soul of Cuban music and the Brazilian rhythm and of course the elegance of Paris.
Yeah.
Welcome Niuver.
Thank you.
I'm
so happy to be here.
So happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. I'm very, very excited and we are actually going to cook her favorite food, which are scallops. And I decided to make something different, something maybe you've never tried. That is scallops that are seared, but the main thing that it comes with is beautiful puree of Jerusalem artichokes. And if you guys don't know, Jerusalem artichokes, you must definitely try them. They are incredible. This is a tuber and it has few names. It has nothing to do with artichokes, but is also called sunchokes because they come from sunflower family and they are also called topinambar. So that is going to be the puree and we're going to cook together. But before that, I'm going to welcome you with some delicious champagne. As usual.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Do you love champagne?
I love that.
I mean,
I think I don't drink too much alcohol, but
yeah, me neither. But champagne is always a champagne o'clock somewhere,
yeah,
especially in Paris right now.
It's like going back to Paris and
exactly.
Always we do that in France when we have something to celebrate, you know.
And we are celebrating you today and your beautiful talent.
Thank
and
you.
I'm very, very happy that we are doing this together today.
You're gonna sabrer, we
I'm
say
gonna
in
sabrer.
French.
Oh yeah. Teach me some language. I
Sabrer,
love
le champagne.
French. Woohoo! That was a little splashy. There we go. Salut.
Thank you, yeah. Santé, santé bonheur.
Santé bonheur. Thank you. Perfect.
I cannot drink too much, otherwise I will forget what I have to say.
You don't have to remember anything. We're just gonna be spontaneous and just enjoy. I actually really love your name. And where does your name come from? It's so unique. I've never heard anyone with that name.
I think my parents felt that I'm gonna be an artist, so they were a little bit creative. And I think my father went too much on the Cuban rum, you know, the day that he decided to call me like that.
Is the name Cuban or French?
It's like they made it up. Now I don't get it why so many people have my name, but it's like not that many people, but some people have the same name, so I don't get it. But my father always told me that he made it up with his friends in a party. So I think
that was a great party. Look who was born here.
Yeah, like a very good party.
How was it like growing up in Cuba?
I think it was an amazing experience because it's like Cuban way. They hide all the problems to the kids. It means I grew up like a very, very rich girl, you know. I never imagined that I was so poor, never. So one day my mom told me, but we are in a poor country. I said, what? How a poor country is possible to be in a poor country where I go to the beach every day and the sun is so good, beautiful and I have everything I need. But this moment I have the love of my parents, so I felt...
You had a really beautiful, loving childhood and a very loving family, and you never knew even that you were growing up in poverty.
And even when we struggle with things, they hide it to me, you know, like a beautiful movie. I grew up like I was a little princess, you know.
Oh, that is so special.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
where are your parents?
are in Las Vegas.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
are.
awesome.
They live
so
in
they're
Las Vegas.
close.
They could escape too many years ago.
And when did you felt that love for music? When did you start singing?
Yeah, Cuba is a music
Of course.
land. So since I was a little girl, I was singing all around, and my mom was like, "Why you don't stop a little bit?" Because she was like, so it was like, "Please stop," you know. And I couldn't. It was my soul. I was singing. I was not singing happy. I was not like happy singing. It was like my
Sad.
soul is very melancholic. So now with the time, I am more joy in my life, but it was like a kind of melancholic.
And when did you start writing music?
Yeah, it happened in Cuba, not in Cuba. My experience went in France because I fell alone. There was no Cuban around. I went to France, but I was not at the beginning in Paris. I went to a place called Metz that was close to Germany, so it was not Cubans. So I had to learn French. And then I didn't have a Cuban to have the guitar and play my songs, so I had to teach people how to do my songs, and at the same time.
How old were you at that time?
I was in my 20s.
In your 20s. That's when you moved and you started to practice.
But it's
it in
like
that way.
for me, coming from Cuba, it's like coming to another planet. You know, because Cuba was basic stuff. You know, I had to learn everything, even to use the computer. I had to learn everything
from scratch.
The language, how to behave, because the French people are different than the Cuban. It happened to me so many times that I went to see a boy, like a friend, and I put the hand here, and they were completely scary about me and saying that I was trying to do something that. And I say, no, I'm a Cuban boy.
You
I
are
just
all
wanted,
touchy and
I
warm.
wanted
You
to
can hug me,
I
you
wanted
can touch
to.
me.
No, look, now I need a permission. There, you need a permission to hug somebody. So I was like, they thought that I don't know what, you know. And I had to explain. No,
so you taught them also how to play. What is the difference between lute and regular guitar?
Okay, the lute is a Cuban instrument from the farm. That is very like
from
mandolin.
The farm?
Yeah, for the farmer.
Farmers.
I mean, it's for the. I was born in Matanzas, but I grew up in a little village. So the music from I would say the guajiros, is the music like a folk music here.
And I absolutely love those tunes. I love your style so much because it's totally that type of sensual and elegant music at the same time. I love that spiciness of Cuban tune together with this beautiful French language. It's just such a incredible combination. You are I'm obsessed with your music.
And it's because you are special, you know, because my music is so many different things that you have to travel.
You have to understand how much it's, I definitely feel all the parts of your journey that you picked up from everywhere and connected to your music, and you write your own music and your lyrics and the music, correct?
Yeah, because in France it was difficult to me. I didn't have the pressure of the Cuban culture. It's important to know that when you are Cuban and you are in the Cuban musician, part of the Cuban musician, they are so good that I didn't was allowed to go and say, look, my song. No, but when I was in France, I didn't have this pressure. Okay. So I just needed to express myself because I was sad not to see my parents, not to see my Cuban roots, my food. My husband at this time didn't like the garlic. And I was like, I couldn't even put garlic in my food. So I say, what do you want? I left my country, my family, and now my garlic. So I was so crazy. So I had my guitar, and my guitar I say all the things that I wanted to say, and nobody understood. So it was a kind of escape, you know, to evasion.
And this is how you connected all of your styles in your music. Because all of this
I wanted to be not like the Cuban one everywhere. I wanted to be somebody like me. I mean, I grew up in Cuba, I finished my education in France. I went to the conservatory.
You did?
I studied music, classic music. And then I was not the Cuban, normal Cuban that was on the farm, you know. I was somebody else and something different. So I wanted, all this went to my music, natural.
And it's absolutely incredible. It's very unique. It's very you.
Thank
if
you.
I hear the music, I know it's you because I have a really extensive playlist and I love music so much. Especially for me, music is important while I cook. So, and I love dancing and cooking, and your music just gives me that, you know, inspiration.
Thank you.
It's
That's
really, really special.
So happy.
What are some challenges that you faced in the music industry?
At the beginning of my career, I was in France, and I had to be, first of all, in Cuba, they asked me to be a little bit more Cuban. You know, it's like I don't
stick to your roots in Cuba. Be Cuban, more Cuban.
Yeah, I have to be more like you know, more dark. And my mom is dark. My mom is black.
Hair.
My mom is black.
She is?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
she's beautiful, and I love.
I would have never knew that.
I know. So my mom is from my grandpa is black also.
And
but
your
this is the
eyes
Cuban
are also
roots.
blue.
Yeah,
it's
because
so
my step.
And your father?
My father looks like a German. You know, he is big, white, with a white skin.
He has the blue eyes, like
no, not my mom, not my father. It was my mom's family. My mom's family steps.
It's like my daughter. She has green eyes, and no one has. Somewhere the
they went
ancestors
from Canary for Asturias in Spain. My ancestors.
Okay, yeah.
So I am the only one had these eyes in my family
this
now.
Is so cool.
In this generation. So it was like this. So what happened in France, to come back to this, is like I arrive and I'm Cuban. I don't sing Cuban songs. They don't get it. They don't say, well, what is this girl? Why is she? And so I try to do what I think is the Cuban music right now. You know, it's not the old music that our grandparents listening. So I wanted to be more modern.
Can
to
you
put
give
some
me
pop.
Give me a little example?
Of the old?
Of now, what you described right now.
I like when it's a little bit funny, you know, because I am young and I'm not, you know. So the music is a little bit faster. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I like the.
I got goosebumps.
It's so good here.
You love
the acoustic.
Acoustic is great, right? Yeah, we don't need a guitar. We're not getting one. So, are there any things that you work on right now? That any albums are coming up?
Yeah.
What's happening? I want to know because I'm waiting for more.
Yeah. Okay. The first album is on the way. We are releasing every 2 months one song. And now I had just a meeting before I come here.
Okay.
I'm super excited, very good news. I have a big team working in Nashville and in New York, working for the release of my new album.
I'm so proud of you. That's exciting. Yeah.
Thank you. It's gonna be more Cuban, like
awesome.
more Cuban, like the way I do. You know, not Cuban like
strictly
like
but with your flair.
Yeah, with my flair, with my freedom, but it's an album that I'm gonna tell people how I evaluate all this year when I was not in France anymore, because I went in tour with a big famous artist from Guatemala called Ricardo Arjona. I spent 2 years touring with him in all Latin America, like 29 countries.
Oh,
and I am not a singer only. I am a guitar player. I play lute.
Yeah, how many instruments, by the way, do you play? You have
3 or 4.
And how many guitars do you own? Lutes and guitars?
I have not that much, like kind of 6.
6 is, it's a lot.
And we are preparing the release of the album, and we have a huge surprise for this.
I'm so excited. When is it coming out? Soon?
We are supposed to do it in April, but now we are thinking about to release a new song next month, and then to let the album a little bit more space, because we have a surprise, last minute surprise
Okay.
And I would like to offer you that.
All right.
I mean, if you want, I tell you this at the end of the show.
Oh, that
What is the surprise?
That is.
Nobody knows.
Okay, yeah, I would love that. So you see, guys, just being here, you would find out the surprise that we will all discover today. That is exciting. So, all right, let me get to the food part a little bit, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be doing. So, Jerusalem artichokes take a little time to cook. So basically, by the way, Lola, my friend from California, she brought it in her luggage. So it's from the farmer's market. Thank you so much for this beautiful, delicious Jerusalem artichokes. I love them so much. They are great in soups. They are great to eat raw. They're natural prebiotic. They are really good for your gut health. They're just full of antioxidants. A great underestimated vegetable, basically. It's a tuber, like I said, and it's cooks kind of like potato, but takes longer. So I do have them cooked here because it takes a little time, guys. So I'll show you. So this one is cut, so it looks like a potato. So it's very soft and it's really still hot. So we will make a beautiful puree with few ingredients here. So I have a spinach that I blanched. You know how to blanch spinach. Just throw it into the hot water and have your ice cold water and just transfer, and then squeeze all that liquid out because you don't want to mess up with your texture. So we're gonna throw in few Jerusalem artichokes here, and then we're gonna add the spinach. I washed my hands, okay? So we're gonna throw in the spinach, and then the chili, red chili. So there are so many different types of chilies, right? So for example, this particular one, it's going to be too spicy and too overpowering for delicate scallops. This is why I chose this particular one. So it's not only the heat, but also the flavor. This one is a bit more fruity than this one is a bit harsher. So you also have to always think what type of chili to use. So I would recommend to use something more mild and fruity, like the Fresno chili, right? Then I have some cilantro that goes into it as well.
My favorite thing in the world.
Cilantro. So you're my soul sister, because this is what I love.
Favorite thing in the world.
I can't live without.
I put it everywhere.
Exactly, exactly. Then we're gonna squeeze one. I mean, just like maybe half of the orange, because I do have the recipe for you guys, and you can scan that QR code, or you always receive the emails if you are subscribed with a new recipe weekly that I create for you. So this is the orange juice. And then we have, for the creaminess and nice texture, I have coconut yogurt. So we're gonna put a little bit of that. All right, let's see, what am I missing? Some salt. And I'm gonna blend it quickly. Sorry, I'm gonna make some noise. And then I'm gonna add, actually I'll add now a little bit of the
maracas. We're gonna do a shot.
We need maracas. Yeah.
We're gonna squish.
Yeah. This is the olive oil, and we're gonna blend it. So basically it's a vegan puree, which is really beautiful and flavorful, and we don't want to overpower the sunchokes. It's gonna be. You
can eat this.
Yeah. The skin is fine. It's a lot of. You have a lot of nutrients in the skin.
You don't have to lose time to.
So I'm using NutriBullet because I just love how easy it is. But you could use anything you guys like, you know, any kind of processor. But I feel like this one is the easiest. 1 second. I'm gonna
dance for time.
Yeah. Perfect, beautiful, and the color is stunning. It's just beautiful green. We're gonna taste it a little bit and see if we need to add any seasoning. Yeah, I do need to add some salt, but that's easy. I'm just gonna add it and just mix it without turning on that blender again. All right, I leave it here for a second before I continue. So, searing the scallops, what's important with scallops? So, very important to have them very, very dry. When you buy scallops, also you can already buy, they are called dry scallops, which means that they've been air chilled so that all the moisture goes away. And you can, when you bring them home, you have to take them out of the plastic because plastic again creates too much moisture, right? So, and then just layer it with some paper towels and then leave them open in your fridge. So they're going to be dry. We don't want to create too much moisture when we cook them because we really want the scallops to be crispy. So this is what will make them crispy. So we'll get back to that. But before I continue, I have a little surprise for you before you have the hot scallops.
Oh,
I have a little surprise for you. I have also scallop ceviche that I made for you. I love scallop ceviche because of the texture.
Look at that, you're an artist, my dear.
Let me get
what a gift.
fork.
Look at that, I need a picture.
We'll make a picture. So I thought, you should try scallops different ways. We can always give you
this is my first time like that.
Yeah. So I love ceviche because the texture becomes a little different than the cooked one. Some people don't like the texture of the scallop, but I love both. And this is a little different. So let me know how you like it. And I thought, with your Cuban flair, you might like ceviche.
Wow.
So good, huh? And again, Lola brought for me this
so
beautiful sweet limes.
With the pamplemousse, we say in French. How do you say that?
This is actually sweet lime. Maybe you never tried it before. Try it. It's something different.
Oh my goodness. That's so
It's a little
good.
spicy, a little sweet, a little acidic, all the good stuff. So that's a little appetizer for you before we continue. So very easy to make. I can always give you the recipe, guys, whenever you need it, okay? I want to actually talk about something that you went through last year, which is unbelievable the way you handled it. So Niuver went through a sickness, and we all know that disease can be very brutal. She went through cancer, and when she told me that story, I just was really blown away of your attitude, how you took that. And when she was going through treatment, so that was a thyroid.
Thyroid cancer, yeah.
And the doctor said, when I will be doing the surgery, if I have to remove everything, including vocal cords for a singer, for a second.
Moscow, she told me that Moscow could be engaged, so the Moscow, they make the voice very low.
Yeah, she might lose her voice.
Yeah.
How did that feel to you when the doctor said that?
But imagine that was the worst days of my life, because singing is everything to me, because it's the only way that I can feel authentic in this life, and this is the only thing that I feel like it's like a gift for me.
It is.
It's like it was like a punishment for me, and I didn't want to go there thinking that I was punished. So I always say you know what I answer to the doctor? I say to the doctor, I know how to play guitar, so don't worry. I'll remove whatever you need to remove, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna give you a concert soon with my voice and my guitar. That's it.
You are unbelievable. You're so strong and so special. And after you went through surgery, thankfully they did not remove everything, but because of the treatment, you still lost your voice.
Yeah.
And this is another very interesting story, that the way she gained her voice back. Can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, I was like I was a guitar player for another singer and we have a beautiful concert on the Benchel here in Miami, and I met Vincent, that is my boyfriend, and he was very used to do his trumpet player, so he was very used to work with the breathing and everything, and my voice was disconnected because I was afraid to use here. Everything was swollen, and So with this musician before, I had to sing, but not that strong, so I could handle it. But he told me something is not good. I didn't want to say that I was in a concert stuff, you know. But at the end, I had to say him, and he said, "Don't worry, we're gonna make some exercise." And he find a way to connect. It was so beautiful because I went to his house and we went on the floor. I didn't have voice before, and then I started doing his stuff, his exercises. And when
breathing exercises.
Yeah, breathing exercise.
Connect back your voice.
Yeah, I didn't know what is gonna be happen. You know, it was like a blind test.
Yeah.
But I say, okay, let's go. I trust you, and he helped me to be in confident. So I went to this exercise, and when I went back to talk, my voice was there, and I started singing. But singing like crazy, and he looked at me and I say, wow, it was like kind of a miracle, you know?
It is a miracle.
I am so grateful for him and for this moment, you know, together. And I felt this day that I could sing again, you know?
This is so wonderful, so special. So it's so interesting that we underestimate breathing exercises, how much it could heal. So basically, that's what helped Niuver get her voice back. But of course, Vincent has a strong knowledge about it, and it's not, you know, he knows how to because he studied that, and we spoke to him about it. It's very, very interesting. And I said, Vincent, can you help me to gain my voice? Maybe I'll start singing.
But your voice is in very good shape, and is connected. What happened was the singing.
Well, why can't I sing at all? Like if I sing, you would not even understand that's a happy birthday song. That's how bad I am.
No, you need just a singing teacher. That's why. Just to help you to develop your ear skills, you know, to how to hear in the good key.
I wonder.
Everybody knows how to sing. Everybody. The moment that you know how to talk, you can sing. You know, it's just. To be confident and to let your voice go, and the most important thing in a singing lesson is to accept how your voice is. No judgment. You say, oh, my voice is not good. No, your voice is amazing because it's your voice. You know what I mean? And what happens is that we want to be like a Mariah Carey or Celine Dion.
I just want my voice, but I cannot sing. But I would like to.
You can sing.
Okay,
I can teach
me. If you teach me, I am very. I would be very honored.
I can be your teacher.
So, till we continue here, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with the scallop. Okay, this is butter. Look at this chunk of butter. So we're gonna just melt it on this pan. And always make sure never season your scallops with salt before you cook them. We will do that after. Why? Because again, salt will release the water, and this will prevent the scallops from cooking properly. So we want that crispy finish, and also another thing that will ensure that you don't overcrowd your pan with too many scallops. Again, it's going to be just put as many that you could have space between them. That way they are gonna crisp up really beautifully, okay? And while we're doing it, I just want to ask you a few more questions. Do you remember your most favorite performance that you've done throughout your life career?
It could be one day I went to a place where it was only old people alone.
Where was it?
In France. And you know, I arrived there and there was only old people without family, you know, and the end of their life, you know. And then you arrive and you sing and you see their light again, but you know, in their eyes.
Light up when you started singing.
And you say, even when you go in the hospital and you sing for somebody that is sick and you see that they come back to their life, I think this is the most precious moment for an artist. And it's not the most glamorous, it's not a Grammy, it's not a, I mean, I have performers already in the Madison Square Gardens like 3-4 times. I've been in the National Auditorium of Mexico like 9 times, in the stadiums like full of people, 20. But the most
special moment
for me is when somebody is sick or when an old man is there alone and you give them love, and this person gives you the love back because you reactivate things on him. You know, music is so special, and they can heal.
Absolutely
You know,
agree.
when you're not good.
Connect people through your music. It's the soulful performance that's what matters. And I want to show you quickly. We have to score scallops on each side to make sure they cook through, and it's going to create a beautiful like net kind of. So we putting the scallops right here on this already melted butter, browned butter. So we're gonna put a few, and I will start basting it right away. So we cook the scallops through while this is creating the crust. Okay, so it's better to cook a few times rather than overcrowd the pan and not create the proper crisp, and you know, you want them to be really crispy but really tender inside. So it's very simple. All you have to do is follow those rules, and again, this you would never achieve it on a bad Teflon finish, which I always tell you guys, do not use it. It's bad for your health, and also it doesn't cook the food properly. So here we go. I'll show you how it looks. So it creates a beautiful, we need a little bit more, just couple more seconds. They cook really quickly.
Yeah.
So did you develop your love for scallops in France? Because
it's the
Jean-Jacques, right?
Noix de Saint-Jacques.
Saint-Jacques, yeah.
And when I always go to the restaurant,
so
I
good.
always ask this. You know, when I go back to France, I always ask this because it's like the place where I enjoy the most.
Oh, well, they are
eat.
so fresh and delicious.
Yeah.
So we have beautiful crust here. We're gonna switch them around and finish up. All right. Do you think you could do that for me?
Yeah, of course.
While I plate the puree.
I love cooking.
Awesome. So I'm gonna use this beautiful plate, kind of like a shallow plate, and plate our gorgeous artichoke puree. Look how pretty. I love the colors. It's gonna be really bright and beautiful. And then I'm gonna slice some chili. So we could throw in some red color, and the chilies are also will give us some extra kick, but again, like I said before, they are mild, they're not too crazy. So some chilies, some cilantro.
Look at that, it's so beautiful.
Isn't
it looks
it
like
gorgeous?
me, look. Like
exactly.
my outfit.
Exactly. Look at this beautiful plate, and it's so festive and so pretty. And yeah, while yeah, let me see. I think we are good here. Yeah, they're perfect. So I'm just gonna add a beautiful scallop on the plate. And actually, I've made that's it. I've made some orange juice reduction. So basically, take fresh orange, squeeze the juice, and let it cook. Let it cook. Oops. Let it cook slowly, and until it becomes really thick. Okay. Also, we want to add a couple of orange segments. I should have done it before, but I want to show you guys how to do it. Although it's going to be a little bit maybe complicated. Okay, this is my stove gets noisy sometimes. It's sensitive, like us. So here we're just gonna add a couple of beautiful. These are Florida oranges. We're gonna add them here to the plate, and we also will season it now with some salt and pepper. Okay, you actually, like I said, do not season it while you're cooking, but now we're gonna add. I love the flaky salt.
I think it's something I'm gonna
Beautiful,
do.
right? A little pepper. And we have our beautiful orange reduction. See? So all the flavors make sense together. So we have our delicious scallop with puree, and she's tasting it.
That made me think. Think and think.
That's good. That's a good combination.
Yeah. Hey, I want to just sing something for you. That it talk about life, about how we have to keep going. Whatever it happens, whatever horrible you are going through, we cannot stop living. So, I mean, we cannot stop that because it can be a great adventure. Just after darkness, you can find the light, right? So I did this song about that. It say, te di el amor que me pediste ayer y no te importó nada. Y así hasta por nada te volvería a querer. Y aunque duela recordarte hoy ya no me importa nada. Y si algún día me pongo triste, tengo lo que yo viví contigo. Yo no lo soñé, yo fui la dueña de tus noches cuando yo te amé. Contigo, y ahora sin ti. Yo me acuerdo de esa boca mientras me olvido de ti. Tanto que creía saber y no sabía nada. Todo lo que tuve lo perdí. El presente es lo único que tengo y no le temo a nada. Con tantas ganas que nací, solo queda vivir. Aunque sea lejos de ti.
Brava! Oh my God, you give me goosebumps. Look at this. It's like, it's so touching. It goes through my soul. It just like goes all the way, and it just creates this so much.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
You're brilliant. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Inside and out. You're so talented. You're so special. Don't forget that.
So much.
Just keep making the world a better place, because this what makes world better, more beautiful, more special. Women, people like you, especially your female beautiful energy, is something that that the world needs. Because without us is never going to be beauty and creativity. You know, men will be just fighting.
I know, that's what happens all day.
So I am so blown away. Thank you so much.
I really enjoy to be here. You are really special for me
So are
too.
you.
You give me hope. You give me. I see you like a mirror. You know.
Exactly.
All you're beautiful. I can see you and your beautiful vibe. And you cook. You know, the food is the most important thing for a human. You know, and when we eat good, we can be better humans too.
Yeah, because
so thank you.
Food is, I think, number one thing that is an instant feeling that someone loves you and takes care of you by feeding you, right?
Exactly.
It's the only thing that is instant.
And
the
moms
other things
and fathers is the first thing that they do to us. You know, they cook for us
when
and they feed
the
us.
baby is born, we latch the baby and breastfeed them, right? It's the number one nourishment. And I visited my friend yesterday. They just had a baby, and she was sitting there on her chest and having, you know, nourishment, and it was very, very special. So yes, thank you. And you said you could teach me how to sing. I'm afraid. Is there?
What happened, guys, is that we have to breathing stuff. When we are scary or stressed, we're gonna breathe here. like stress.
On the top of the chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're gonna ask you how to, could you breathe for me, please? Yeah, you did great. So it means that we need to remind this little baby that we were talking about before. So the little baby, when you go in the crib and you see the baby, he wanna be doing that. He will not do. You never do see a baby doing like that. So it means that our first breathing is natural breathing. It goes here
through
and
the
because
belly.
through the belly. Because of the stress, we take the other breathing. So we start not doing the good connection with the brain. We are not breathing good. So the brain is not getting the oxygen like we need. So we start having trouble with so that's why we need to do meditation or resting or listen music, cook, because we come back to our natural breathing. So the first thing is to, and you push my hand, yes, very good, you breathe so good. So you can be a good singer, so you say,
but I'm
la,
not.
la, la,
La la la,
la, la, la,
la la la.
so go in my, la, la, you have it. So now go la, la, like a little bit far away, la, la, la,
la la la,
la,
la.
but you have to push here, la.
I have to do it through
Push here. I push here.
Okay.
La. But you have to be like so happy to say
Okay.
la, la, la. Do whatever you want to do it. You are so. Look at that, she is a soprano. She can be in the opera, you see?
Seriously?
So breathing is powerful because you
Wow,
can, here you have all the power.
I'm also a terrible swimmer, and then I found out with my swim trainer that swimming is all about breathing. I'm like, why nobody told me about it, because
everything is about breathing. If we stop breathing, we die.
Okay, I gotta start breathing.
We compromised our audience that you're gonna sing a song with me next time.
Oh sure, but
promise me, pinky promise, like my song.
Well, I promise you after you teach me how to.
I will teach you.
That would be
great.
Seriously?
Of course, I come here whenever you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye everyone. Thank you for watching.
Ciao.
Love you. Ciao.
Woman
Ciao.
power.
Yeah.
To be here. Look at that, this beautiful ocean, and with this beautiful woman and the incredible cook, chef. So we're gonna, I just want to do a little jam, and I want to do a song that I love, and I know you love too. It's called Sueño de Amor, Dream of Love. La, 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 la. Quiero descubrirte poco a poco y robarme tu misterio. Detrás de esos ojos se confunden los temores con mis sueños. Ay, deja que yo pueda entrar sin tocar en tu corazón de hielo. Hasta que me busques y seguro tendrás mi amor, mi cielo. Ay, 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 tú no eres para mí, yo no soy para ti, mi amor. Ay, 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 pero esa noche, niña linda, mira, vámonos tú y yo. Ay, 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 tú no eres para mí, yo no soy para ti, no, no. Ay, ay, ay. Sóplame despacio tu ternura, dígame que me muero. aire por mi tez con tus suspiros sedientos. Tú pasas por mis labios para decirte lo que siento. Y con tu sonrisa hermosa, cuéntame cuento que no den miedo. Ay, 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 tú no eres para mí, yo no soy para ti, mi amor. Ay, ay, pero esa noche, niño, vámonos. Ay, ay, tú no eres para mí, yo no soy para ti, no, no. Ay, 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 dice, together. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Retrasemos el adiós, atíldame tu silencio. Tú perdida en otro amor y yo perdida en tus ojos. Ay, deja que le explique la razón, el porqué de este sufrimiento. Si yo soy tu sol, si tú eres el viento, ay, ay, tú no eres para mí, yo no soy para ti, mi amor. Ay, 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 pero esta noche, niño, vámonos. Ay, 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 tú no eres para mí, yo no soy para ti, no, no. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay,
Sensational!
That's so beautiful. We are in the paradise. What you want? Thank you.